welcome to the JTrain podcast. It's JTrain, Jared Freid, coming live from the West Village of Manhattan. We are here every Monday with your emails, your stories, your questions. I say it every episode. Let me say it again. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Thank you for telling a friend, a coworker, a brother, a sister, a mama, a papa. That's right. We're here in Feather Nation Studios, and we are here reading your emails, your stories, your questions. And let me turn my thank you into a request. You just heard me thank you. I said thank you for telling a friend. If you haven't, it's time. It's time. This is the perfect podcast to put your brain on the shelf. Delve into other people's issues that might be tangentially about your issues, but they're not your own, so you can hear a couple people go back and forth about what they would do in the scenario. And then you can talk about it with a friend, a coworker, a brother, or a sister. It's the perfect podcast for that. And so keep sharing. Subscribe on the YouTube. If you're watching in YouTube land, we're back. Full episodes every Monday and Thursday. JTrain on Monday. Luxury Lounge on Thursday. I got great guests in studio. We're doing it. There's been an investment made. Okay, I got Shelby here on the ones and twos. He's coming over. He sleeps over every Sunday night. He sleeps over. We both put on those little hats with the pom pom at the end. And I turn off the lights and I go, "Good night, Shelby," and he goes, "Good night, JTrain," and it's really cute. So there's a true investment going on here at Feather Nation Studios, and I want to make sure. Listen, I know we got the insane asylum walls behind us. Shelby has promised we are ordering a look, an aesthetic. So it's taking some time. You know, supply chain issues, these things. I'm on the road. If you're listening right now, I'm going to be in Denver, Colorado. That's right. Denver. We've added a Wednesday show. So if you're out there being like, "I wasn't going to be around this weekend," well, I'm coming during the week. Okay? Denver, Wednesday through Saturday. A lot of, Wednesday. Shelby moving some lights around. Okay. A lot of sudden movements from Shelby today. Okay, so Denver, Columbus, Newark, Madison, Tampa, La Jolla, Huntsville, Alabama, Nashville, Dayton, Albany. Bring your friends. Assemble the group chat. I love when a new friend, the greatest pleasure in the world is when someone brings like their boyfriend, knowing the demographic of this podcast listenership. They bring the boyfriend goes, "I didn't even know you're not on Barstool. You don't never go on Joe Rogan." They do that whole like song and dance. "I don't even know you and I'm Mr. Funny." No, and then they go, "You were great." And then look at the relationship becomes stronger. The love becomes greater. You guys are laughing at the same thing. I love when you bring a friend and the drunk girl who's like, "I didn't even know you were." Bring her. I'll make her laugh too. A lot of parents coming to shows. Love a mama, a papa. Okay? Bring those parents. They have fun too. Love them. That's all I got. But also Patreon. Patreon is in full rhythm. If you're listening now, last week's Coffee with JTrain was about my weekend opening for Bert Kreischer. I slept on a tour bus. Bert's hilarious, amazing, good person, fun person, just the whole thing. I go through the whole experience on Coffee with JTrain. And then on Wednesdays, we do the Luxury Lounge. I do a Patreon exclusive Luxury Lounge where if you want your Luxury Lounge complaint read, guaranteed, every week, sign up at Patreon, patreon.com/Jared Freid. That's enough with announcements. We have so many great emails. We are now, Shelby's in charge of the emails. Shelby comes in, he's reading. He puts on those little tiny reader glasses with the pom-pom hat, and he is picking out gems because I got the emails in front of me. I got them ready to go. If you want your email browsed by Shelby himself, jtrainpodcast@gmail.com. That's jtrainpodcast@gmail.com. That's the email address. jtrainpodcast@gmail.com. We love screenshot emails. We love relationship questions. We love friend questions. Any advice. We do a lot of dating just because that's where people are at, but we have some married ones. We got a lot of good stuff. I'm very excited about today's guest. An OKP to the podcast. Hilarious comic, Nathan McIntosh. Thank you for that.
Hey, man, thanks so much for having me. I have about 12 seconds of announcements.
12 seconds.
12 seconds.
We're going to give you 12. Hold on. Put the counter on the clock, Shelby. Count it down.
Comedy Nest, May 5th to 7th. Toronto Comedy Bar, May 14th. Hamilton, Levity Live, 20th and 21st. July, I'll be in Texas a bunch. Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio from the 6th to the 11th. Then I'll be back in Houston September 2nd to 3rd.
Were you
That's
going
gotta be
to
12
Houston
seconds.
twice?
Going to Houston twice.
Why?
One's the Improv, one's the Riot, dude. And I talked to both of them.
I haven't.
And
They go, we're cool.
They both said, we're cool with this. I
Houston's
was
a
shocked.
underratedly huge town.
This is what they told
Yeah,
me.
you could be on one side of Houston and be in another country from the other side of Houston.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I was just in. I mean, I saw your picture there. Well, your signature is there as well. I was just in Richmond this weekend, and they
Richmond,
and
Yeah.
they got the Sandman, and then they got Funny Bone. And you go, how are they gonna? But then if you drive out the other way, you go. If you live out this way, you're not driving 20
You don't want to go.
minutes.
No.
You're gonna go. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I'm in Houston twice. Anyway, I think that was like 12 seconds.
I think we got the 12. We'll give you the 14. Nathan's hilarious. You're gonna love his shows if you like this show. I mean, you've been a regular guest here on the JTrain podcast. They know you. They love you. They should at Nathan McIntosh on Instagram.
Somebody just actually told me a couple weeks ago, you and Caitlin, you were trying to figure out who are the loud people in comedy.
Loud comics.
Yes. Somebody was like, you just got mentioned on JTrain for being a loud comic. I'm like, that's hilarious.
Well, we know. We've said it to each other. Loud, animated, fun comics. Like, you would think, well, what comic isn't fun? You're going to go to some not fun shows, okay? You're going to go to someone's reading of their journal. That's for some people. Some people see us come on stage, they go, this is too much. I'm backing away.
I see it. People go like this. Especially sometimes at the at clubs that are tight because the crowd is right here in the front. I actually found that with Sandman, to tell you the truth, because the people are like under the stage. It's so big, you know what I mean? And I get close to the stage. I want to connect with people. And there was people in front like, oh God. Because, you're over top of them.
But Sandman, I've been to that comedy club. It's a fun room, but also it's a huge
Costco.
former bank.
It's a Costco.
It's huge.
Yeah.
So you have to fill that room. I'm there going, how does someone who's like set up, punch, like how do they feel good in that room? Like I was when I was in that
I was
room,
running, dude.
I don't know, this club has come up a lot because it was the beginning of my voice going because they didn't have a monitor. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, we need to hear ourselves, especially in this, this airplane hangar.
Airplane. Yeah. Jared,
Hopefully the word has gotten to them from this podcast.
I talked to him a couple times because I was like, dude, I'm loud, but here's what happens. I'm loud, but now I feel like I'm kind of too loud. So there was a couple shows, which I shouldn't have done. I did not use the mic. I put it down, and now I'm literally prancing around, yelling into a fucking warehouse.
This is how screwed up we are as comics. Like, legit, like, if you went to a job and they were like, no hammers, good luck, you'd be like, well, I'm leaving this job.
Yeah.
Like,
no, we keep going,
We
man.
know you were told to produce the hammers, and you brought a contract. A hammer's not a good example, but, like, where would you go?
No, it's not bad.
But we literally need the sound to be good. Like, that's all. I need to be able to go in and up and down. I don't have to go, and dating is hard. Like, you shouldn't have to do that.
But this is what comedians would do if we did work construction.
Yeah.
And we needed a hammer, and we showed up, and they had no hammers. You know what we'd do? We just use our hand. Our hand would bleed. We would just punch nails into a board.
You're right. We have so little confidence
Yes.
that anyone needs us in any capacity. Yeah, if we showed up to a construction site and we were like, you got to provide the ladders, and then they were like, we showed up, they're like, no ladders. We'd be belaying ourselves
Yes.
off the side of a building, going, no, it's cool, I can do it.
Scaling a building
Yeah.
with a wrench in your mouth to fix a toilet on the 90th floor. And the whole time scared, like, I wonder if these guys hate me. Do
Yeah.
they even want me here? The whole
Am I doing a good job climbing this building without a rope? Yeah.
Did I get the light? Looking down.
This is why I created Feather Nation Studios. This is why comics are doing stuff on their own. This is why they're going direct to consumer. We're going straight to the ears of you people. So that's why I ask, go follow Nathan right now so that he can go into a club and go, give me a fucking hammer. Like, give us a little power.
I will say, side note, they couldn't have been nicer. Those are the
They're
sweetest
the
people
nicest.
ever.
I need this. This is the second time it's come up here.
The absolute
message
sweetest.
has to get through. I'll text the guy.
What it is because it's such a big place, and because I'm loud, I had to get used to what it was. We turned the mic down, and it was ended up being fine. But again, just to say, they are the sweetest human beings.
This is how
they are, though.
This is how afraid us comics are of not getting rebooked.
They're sweet, though. They're the sweetest.
I'm not. That's that none of this conversation is about how great a person they are,
right.
how
You're
great
right,
the
man.
club is. The club, I had a great time. The
I
people
doing
that
okay
come
here?
is just give us the fucking ladder.
No, man. You make your own ladder. You bring your own hammer. Hope you got your own nails, and you're fired.
And
That'd be all of these things.
But it's so funny because they are the nicest people, and I walked away from that weekend going, did I bomb every single show? Wow. I literally can't speak because I've been screaming the whole weekend. And listen, we are screaming comedians. This is also admitting to the fact that we're screaming comedians, that we like an animated show. That's why you're going to love Nathan, because people come to my shows, they go, oh, I love the podcast. I had no idea this was such a fun show. I go, yeah, this show's about fun. I'm not here to like, I think some people believe, and also we're putting out like, you put out crowd work clips. And everyone now, I had a woman, she goes, where should I sit so I don't get made fun of? It's like, that's not what we do either. Like, I'm putting out the crowd work clips to give you an idea, like, oh, this is the fun that could happen along with the jokes that go on. So everyone go follow Nathan. We have so many emails. Nathan McIntosh, at Nathan McIntosh on Instagram. Okay, let's get to the emails. JTrain Podcast. And TikTok. He's on the talk. We'll be tagging him everywhere. JTrain Podcast at gmail.com. Let's just get into the first email.
Please. I love an email.
Liking X Insta. Okay. Jared, longtime listener, Feather. I've been dating, some people have asked about the feather, longtime fans, they say feather.
I remember where it comes from.
Because what I'm saying is, when I get someone making it their Instagram stories, we're putting out videos daily. When someone subscribes to the YouTube channel, when someone likes the video, when someone comments, love the new content, love the jokes, oh my God, ha ha ha. It feels as though you're taking a feather and you're rubbing the bottom of my penis. Do you know what I mean?
The base or the head?
It's like, when
Which way is
when
it?
a dog goes like this.
Yeah.
So it's like my penis is up on my body.
I thought it was balls.
No, you go from shaft to ball.
Top of penis.
Yeah, I want the feather to
Wow.
go. That's how good it feels. It goes like I'm like this, and you're going, paintbrush.
I'm honestly wondering right now. Would that feather on your balls feels like that could be a thing?
I have a question.
The penis.
Well,
and I only said penis because of you. I feel this is
penis. We can say penis.
Polite podcast.
Well, we can.
Well, I'd say the other thing. I would go full, but I mean, this is a polite podcast.
You would say cock?
I'd say dick. You know what I
mean? Dick?
Yeah.
I think penis is such a funny word.
It's so light. It makes it feel as
scientific,
but it also makes it feel wet. It doesn't feel hard. A penis isn't hard. A penis is a thing like this, flaccid. And you have to you bang it against things.
Cock, penis.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
No ladder. But anyways,
the whole point is, I have a question for you.
Please.
You're in a long-term relationship. You live with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Would you feel comfortable going home and being like, "Hey, I was on this podcast. The host talked about a feather from along the bottom of his penis through to his cock as an imagery tool. It's an imagery tool." Mm-hmm. Would you feel comfortable being like, let's try it tonight?
No, and the reason
you wouldn't feel comfortable.
Well, because
I think this is so interesting.
Well, the reason is it's not a thing I want by any stretch. That's why it's not.
Well, live in the world that you want.
It's not that I couldn't. It's not that I couldn't go to her and say, "Hey, take a seagull feather that we found in a Burger King parking lot and rub it on my bag."
Why does it have to be the most disgusting feather of all time?
Where am I getting a feather? Where am I going to a feather store? Where do I buy?
Go to Michael's. Go to an art supply store.
Do they have feathers at Michael's?
If they don't have a feather at Michael's, they don't have a feather anywhere.
Bring your own feathers. That's what I say. We do. We bring handfuls of feathers from pigeons. But that's not a thing I would. But could I? Is that the question?
Would you? No. Could.
No, would I is no.
I think this about like male sexuality. Like,
yeah, but I
think in a
it.
long-term relationship, there's a lot of people that are like, the shirt has been buttoned in your relationship. You got your proclivities. She's got her proclivities. If you just brought up a new thing, would she be like, okay, let's get the feather?
Yes.
She would.
Yes.
I think that's a healthy relationship.
But a feather is not, all I'm really, I'm stuck on the feather because a feather's not one of those things I would want at all.
Something weird.
Thank you. Great, yes. Then the answer is yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Jared, longtime listener. Feather. I've been dating my boyfriend around 10 months, and we're very happy. The other day I found... Let me start this by saying...
Did she put I apologize, did she underline very, or did you just put the stink on it?
I read these...
Very.
Yes.
Because
in what world are we We're very happy.
Well, because if she put the underline, I was going to say, well, whatever, let's read it. I apologize. I already have so many thoughts about this email.
I think it's insane. You're writing in for advice about your relationship, and you're saying you're very happy. So to me, I have to show how delusional the emailer is.
Okay, here we go.
To say such a thing.
There we go.
I have to make them, because...
yes, because it sounds like you're not.
I've been giving advice for upwards of a decade. And I don't know why. I don't know why anyone comes here. I don't know why anyone's trusted me with their problems. And I think it's because it's not this is a safe space.
Yeah.
And right now I sound judgmental of the emailer, but I think when you say very happy, sometimes you have to make the person take the medicine. We're going to get into a subject of liking Instagram pics of an ex. That's the subject title.
Yes. So
they're not very happy. Something's
that
off.
was my point.
She's unhappy. She wrote this.
Thank you. There
unhappily.
We go. There we go. Because I was like, did she underline it, meaning it's not on, or you just put it on? Either way, same place we got to. Yes. Not happy. Thank you.
They ain't happy.
Great.
If you write in here, there's discomfort in the relationship. But I would also say you could be happy. I don't believe that this is over. We haven't even gotten to the end of the email.
Who's happy?
No, fair question.
And the podcast is over. But anyways.
Nobody's happy. Good night, everybody. Sandman Comedy Club. Please rebook us.
My throat.
I literally walked away. I couldn't speak for... Okay.
Yeah.
The other day, I found his ex Insta that he still follows. This is another thing. She says, I found.
I know.
We know. It's okay.
She was looking for like vacuum in the car. And what? Picked up a giant placard.
Is it? And it's his ex? Yeah. Well, okay. I'll start over. I've been dating my boyfriend for around 10 months, and we're very happy. The other day, I found his ex's Instagram that he follows. I saw he liked a picture from a few weeks ago. I know people view Insta differently, but personally, I don't like old guys' Instagrams. Do I say something or just let it go? Am I crazy that this bothers me? Does this mean anything to guys? Thanks, Jared. I think this is a perfectly reasonable question. What do you think?
You're not crazy.
No, let's start.
You're not crazy.
You're not crazy.
You're not crazy.
You saw something that made you feel bad.
You found something. You dug for something. However, you're not crazy. You're unbelievably not crazy. To like and... Jared, I don't know how you feel about this.
It's a very purposeful decision he made.
This is exactly it. Because you'd only like a picture to let somebody know that you're out here, you're looking around.
Well, this is a good point, because no one took your hand and went, and you're like, no, I can't make my girlfriend unhappy. Here's the thing. I like what you're saying right now, because a like means something.
Oh, it means something.
Let's start at that.
Yeah, base level.
So now, what does it mean when a guy likes someone he has been romantically involved with Instagram picture? Now, it could mean many different things.
Yes.
But let's go down the line. It starts at, we cool.
Yeah, you don't need to like something if you're cool.
But that is
they
are communicating.
Yep.
We cool. So if we go down the empathetic line, of sees ex's Instagram picture, decides to like it because we cool.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's different versions of we cool.
Yeah.
We cool. And the back door's open if you want to come a knocking.
Yep.
That's one version. Mm-hmm. We cool because this ended badly, and I just want to make sure we cool. That's a different version.
That is a version.
That's a version. I'm saying because, and this is all to let this woman know who wrote in, who's very happy in her relationship, that that this could be a number of different things that don't involve him being like, being like, come over, I'm hard and ready. It's not that evil.
To add to your point, it could be to like it and put it in the world of we're cool, but I don't want to be, maybe, and look, I'm just talking, I don't know anything. Maybe that woman is a little nuts, and he knows if he doesn't like it, things will come back to him. He might get a text being like, why didn't you like this, and blah, blah. Now it blows up the happy relationship he's in. So a heart saves his life.
Well, this is... Okay, let me speak to what you just said. Because that is under the umbrella of he's lost his fucking mind, his ego. But I think that it's a possibility because ego's involved with this. Mm-hmm. She's in love with me so much that if I don't like... That's the straw that broke the camel's back, that she just shows up at our door. He never went down on me. That is the main... I think you're bringing up his insanity.
One version of could be,
but I think what you bring up is like, okay, you just heard a man give what you just said is a ridiculous fear.
Oh no, it's wild.
The idea that one thing that she's the idea that an ex is posting a picture that one ex will like it is very far down the line of crazy that I don't believe anyone is. I think most people are in the center part of the bell curve.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So this guy is accounting for this person. So again, this should tell this woman what's going on through his head. Either he's preventing crazy, either he's, preventing crazy that doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
Or he's letting someone know we're cool because it was a tough breakup and I just want to make sure we stay in the cool zone. But that's a little bit towards what you're saying of like, I'm just making sure she's not going to get mad at me.
Yeah.
And then there's the more the
what it is. Let's talk about what it is. This is what it is.
Go.
The guy, it appears to be a man trying to stay in this woman's vision. In this woman's space,
And so does she say something?
This lady.
Yes.
I think she finds her boyfriend, 10 months, very happy. And she goes, look, we've been together, very happy 10 months. Do you want me? Did that bitch, start there. Did that bitch, Taylor 68 or whatever her name is, did she put a feather on your dick top to bottom? Is that what I have? I got 2 feathers.
She has to say something. You can't unsee what was seen.
Well, why don't you just okay, let's go female mind.
Sure.
I grew up with just a mom. Mm-hmm. It's pretty easy for me to get to.
Yeah.
Why don't you go like this? Say nothing. Watch. See what else transpires.
See, that's the least healthy. So now she has to be anxious about this for the rest of her life.
Anxious.
10 months down the road, she's just looking at this girl's Instagram profile every day. It's on her search one. She has to worry about deleting it off her search one so he doesn't see.
Watch.
So this is a mess. No,
look, snipers are not anxious. They're patient. You just be patient. You wait to see if anything goes farther. Does he comment? Does he go, oh, great, beach photo? He'd be a crazy person to comment. Anybody that comments on an ex's anything is nuts.
It's crazy of him.
But liking is wild.
It's wild to like.
It's wild.
What you're saying is he wants to let her know I am alive and breathing and cool. We're
cool.
Now, I would go to him. And here's the other thing we have to account for. We have to think of these social media accounts as drugs.
Yes.
So, he doesn't want to lose his drug. Listen, he could very well fantasize about this woman and love you.
Yes.
He could very well be fantasizing about her every now and again, in his quiet hours. And she probably is going to hate hearing this. But I'm saying no one wants to hear that. But we just did an email last week about like fantasizing about a guy at work. And it's like, okay, maybe the fantasy that he has is like, he knows this person isn't right for them, for him. Mm-hmm. He knows you're great. This is the relationship I want to be in. That's the one I want to dream about when I'm like going to like whatever dark space of my brain I'm going to. There's an element of liking it to keep up.
But Jared,
the drug, the pusher.
But Jared, yes, you're not wrong. But to go the extra step, it's like
the like is crazy.
It's
you're right.
Like, hey, I'm with my lady and we have a good time. I like watching porn sometimes. Mm-hmm. And then the like is the same as going, I'm going to subscribe to this porn star's OnlyFans. You go, hey, pal. Now it's a bridge too far now. Now you've taken it to
some would say that's the right thing to do. Some would say,
okay, yes.
You're supporting
all right.
someone's
I hear
career.
You.
So you're getting something from this woman. To me, the difference is that this person's career doesn't involve you liking.
No, I know. Exactly.
Yeah, so that's why it's crazy.
Even so you go, look, you can fantasize. Look, right now, watch this. You know what I just fantasized about?
What?
Me, Salma Hayek. Now, what did I not do? I didn't go to her page.
You didn't have to.
And she doesn't even care if I like. Nobody would care if I liked it. She didn't even know. But I'm not doing that.
It's a long road that we took to defending this woman and her saying that she's not crazy.
Not crazy.
Here's what she has to do. You got to go to him and go, hey, I saw something I didn't want to see. You liked an ex's Instagram picture. How did I get there?
What was the picture, too? That's what I want to know.
Well, here's a few questions I would have. How long ago was the picture? She said he liked the picture from a few weeks ago. How long ago was their relationship?
Yeah.
Because if it's 2 exes ago and you know about them and they're friends now and we cool, that's a different we cool.
I also want to know, too, because what is the picture? What if it's a picture of like her mom and her cousin that he was cool with.
This matters
if she's
too.
not even in the picture.
This matters too.
It does matter.
I have liked exes, like I've liked exes' baby pictures,
Sure,
and there's a moment where I go, "Am I infiltrating?" Like, I'm not showing up to the first birthday party.
No, but if it's
not
just
like,
their
hey,
baby
with a picture of me and the ex being like, we fucked.
But a baby picture to like is much different than like a beach photo.
Totally different.
Selfie.
So let's assess what the picture is first. Then I would go to them and I would say I would go to the boyfriend and be like, hey, I saw I'm on Instagram. I'm on the Discover page. That's how you got to it. I'm on the Discover page.
Yeah.
On my Discover page, and I'm like, who's this woman? And I see that you like the picture. That's a reasonable way to get to where you are. I'm upset by this because it seems like you don't have to do that with an ex. And they're on spring break. What the fuck?
I need to know what the picture is. Again, she's not crazy, but if it's a picture of just that woman's mom and he was like, man, I loved her mom, and he likes the picture of just a mom, you're not crazy, but it's a little over the top.
It's a little over the top.
Yeah.
So what's the picture? And then here's what I would do when I approach him. I got to know what your thought process was.
Feather in hand, though.
Feather in hand, you're ready to tickle his dick. But I'm saying he should be having this same... We are now rambling.
Yeah.
He should... Because SNL just did a sketch. It got sent to me like 1,000 times. Because I've been talking about liking girls' Instagram pictures like your ex and stuff for years. Tapping on the window. SNL did a sketch on basically the tapping on the window phenomena I've been talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they lifted it. It's a very well-known... it's been talked about, whatever. But I would say you'll see in that sketch they captured very well the difficulties of explaining what men do on Instagram.
Yes.
And I would say to this woman that it is there's a very fair mistake that could have been made. And I would say to her, if you ask them questions like, hey, why do you need to follow this person still? And they'll go, I don't know. Why don't you unfollow? Why don't you get off the drug?
But you know what? But here's the
because I have people who will be like, I see pictures on my feed. I go, what am I doing here still? I'm at the party too late.
But Jared, here's the thing. You know what that drug is. It's like, why you need the drug? It's like, because I remember what that drug feels like. Like, I remember what that drug's foot feels like on my back.
Yeah.
So that's herein lies the
problem.
And again,
that's why they're not very happy.
You know that he liked it and put it down, and then went in his head. He goes, "Fuck, I shouldn't have done that." But he can't unlike it because then she sees that he liked it. His girlfriend now doesn't see, but now he has a whole other thing with this lady. So he had to go through the whole thing in his head too of like, "Fuck it, I'll just leave it." And my girlfriend won't see it. And now she saw it. Now he's in a fucking thing.
Yeah, and again, this should let you know the relationship. You're in 10-month land. You're in shit or get off the pot land. 10 months matters here. 10 months matters because it's like, okay, he's liking an ex's picture. He's thinking about life that was versus the life that is. Mm-hmm. And you have to say to him, hey, that ain't going to fly here.
Yeah.
And if you want to keep liking, we have to reassess what we're doing. JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. We are sponsored, people. You got a cell phone?
Yeah.
Shelby, you got a cell phone? See, wouldn't you want to pay less for something that you need? JTrain Podcast is sponsored by Mint Mobile. We love Mint Mobile.
Ryan Reynolds. That's a good friend of the pod. Canada.
A fop. After years of fine print contracts and getting ripped off by big wireless providers, we all know there's always a catch. So when I first heard that Mint Mobile offers premium wireless starting at just $15 a month, I thought, what's the catch? There isn't one. Mint Mobile's secret sauce is that they're the first company to sell wireless service online only. That cut out all the costs of retail stores, pass those sweet savings directly to you. This is the true gift of the internet. The internet has many flaws. You have to hear from someone, in Des Moines that hates you from their mother's computer. Yeah, that sucks.
Liking your ex's photos.
You got to find out your boyfriend is out there just touching everyone's Instagram profiles. That stinks. But here's what Mint Mobile's doing. They're going, hey, we can get direct to the consumer, take out the cost of rent, the middleman or woman. They've gotten rid of both. So Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. So do the math. If this can help you, Mint Mobile gives you the best rates whether you're buying for one or a family. And at a Mint, families start at 2 lines. All plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data. delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all your existing
phone number?
You keep it all. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. Okay, to get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/JTrain. That's mintmobile.com/JTrain. Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/JTrain. Okay, can you be too honest ending a relationship?
Yes. But it should be the way that we all do it. We don't do it, and we're never going to do it, but it should be the way that it's done.
You know, I've been talking about this a lot on stage. Just the way we break up and what we say. There's no good reason to break up.
No.
There's one reason. I don't want to be with you forever. Mm-hmm. Like, is there any other... like, you have problems with your girlfriend, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And none of them have pushed you to, I can't be with you forever.
Not yet.
Not yet. I think because we don't, like, we are given the gift as like societally, where marriage isn't even, we're like, we'll get married. I'll be in a relationship. That's the way men talk about relationships. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, I want kids. I want to be married. You don't hear a lot of that amongst boys. Like, we don't get together for a beer and go, when's this marriage going to happen? Right? How long have you been with your girl?
Long time.
Does she get shit?
Yes, and so do I. But I mean, it is what it is. I don't give a fuck. I will walk the earth alone if need be. You know, if the option was you have to do this or not, I just question too many things. Does that make sense? The stuff you're supposed to do, the stuff it's like you have to do this.
Like, why am I being there's a conspiracy theorist in
not
you
even I guess.
It's like, why does the government have to know about my marriage status?
Why does any of this have to happen?
Jared, longtime listener and fan. My question is this. My friend recently got broken up with after a 3-month relationship. She's recently met someone who seemed promising. Like, even saying someone seems promising, like they're they're a minor league baseball player.
That's exactly what it is for women. It feels like
that's what it feels.
And
like.
I feel. Can I say this real quick before we get into this? A lot of people need to. You know how like they go, we don't learn anything in school. One thing we absolutely do learn is get a job, have kids, get married, or die. These things seem to be, and I feel for a lot of women in terms of. It's almost like a lot of women are told, if you don't get married, you turn to sand and you blow into the Atlantic Ocean, which is not true.
That's the societal thing that I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's not true.
That's not true, and you can be happy.
Yes.
But the idea, like, I can't imagine looking at a woman going, she seems promising.
Like initially when you first meet somebody, you go, I could see myself with them in 60 years. You're like, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with you?
They made their relationship official by his initiation, went on dates often, chatted frequently, and began making plans to meet each other's families and friends. This is where things get odd. Early in the week, she texted me saying that he abruptly left after dinner at her condo by saying he was not feeling well. They had veggie stir fry, for the record. Thank you. We were wondering.
I was, yeah.
Yeah. What was that? Well, were you drinking cheese sauce? I think that's what.
What veggie? Anyways.
A day later. Also, where's the meat?
Well, I was wondering, is it Beyond Meat? Is there some like meat substitute?
I would assume they would say, it wouldn't just be, they wouldn't say veggie stir fry if there was a meat substitute. It would be like, yeah, we had Beyond. Yeah, we looked at something like that. All right. A day later, they broke up. He listed off reasons for why they were not compatible. From her eating unhealthy, well, they had the veggie stir fry, to her watching TV shows he was not interested in, to her living too far away, approximately 30 minutes. My question is, why would he literally provide these reasons? Why not just say, I have thought about it and I'm not interested? Further, why would he make plans to meet her friends and family if he felt uneasy about the relationship? He also recently just reached out again via text, although that is even more confusing since he initiated the breakup. What do you think?
Okay. You know, at the very beginning of this, I had a completely different thought, which was about marriage, and I feel for people who are like, you're supposed to do this or you die. Mm-hmm. Now I go, why would he say these things? Here's the... I've said this a bunch of times. I would love if women could have a man's brain or just be men for a day. And I'll be a woman. I'll go junior.
Yeah.
But because I kind of...
I'll go junior.
Yeah, you know... But I'd love a woman to see what it's like to be a man, because you know how many men have been broken up with, but like, you broke, You're a piece of shit. I can't. So this guy says light things. Look, I'll tell you this. For me personally, I'll never in this world. If you have a People magazine subscription, I want nothing. I don't care.
Really? That's a deal breaker for you.
That is such a deal breaker. It's right below dip.
Hold on. Your
Spitting into a
girlfriend,
can.
You've been with her how many years?
Long time, man. Over 10 years.
Over 10 years. She decides tomorrow.
She would never, but if she did, beat it.
You gone.
Well, I would have a lot of. I would be more.
You would have a lot of questions.
I'd be more. It'd be easier for me to stay if I walked in on her blowing a guy. I get that. The magazine, I'd go, what? You fundamentally shifted.
Why? You're a different person.
Because I can understand. We've both been in a long thing. There's hot guys out there. There's hot women. I get that. I get. But anyway, sorry to go back to here. So these are light things. I don't like your shows, but it does mean a lot, Jared. If you fucking sit around and you goddamn watch, all you do is watch Cake Boss from 8 a.m. to fucking 10 p.m. and you're slamming Twinkies.
There's simply not the match. Here's the thing. Here's what I don't think you have to provide these. Again, the only reason is I don't see us being together forever.
What happens when somebody goes, why? Exactly. Then you got to go.
But this is what he's doing. And then that's what. So the emailer's question is very important the way it's put, especially because you and I, two dudes sitting here, we know nothing. We know the dude though, because we're not speaking for the women. I'm going to speak for this dude.
I'm speaking for women.
You can speak for women.
Let me be women.
I will not speak for women.
Let me be women.
Here's what I'll say, because the email gives you the answer to why he's at. Listen, I'm not defending the way he did it and the things he said. You can't.
I'm defending.
Well, they're all stupid reasons to me. But
they mean a lot.
But the stupid
Jared.
reasons, they add up.
But they mean a lot.
I don't want to be with you forever. So what's easier to say?
I watch PBS. You watch Cops.
Yeah.
We doing this? What you watch says a lot about you, Jared. You know this, man.
So, here's the thing. She says, why not just say, I've thought about it and I'm not interested? And then she goes,
You could do that.
Well, then she goes, further. Why would he make plans to meet family and friends if he felt uneasy about the relationship? Those two questions are opposites.
Absolutely opposites.
That's the part where you go, because this is, so one answers the other.
Yeah.
So why does he say all these willy-nilly stupid things? Because he wrote a check that he knows he couldn't cash. He knows he can't really say why he wanted to meet the friends. He got caught up with it. He was on the wave of the romantic relationship, and he was like, let's meet your family, let's meet your friends, let's do a trip. And then all of a sudden he goes, do I want to be in this? And he's like, fuck, I brought up the family, I brought up the friends. I need some hard reasons for why I'm backing out of all the things I said before.
British Bake Off. You eat Doritos, you snort Doritos.
Yeah.
And for these reasons, I'm out. You also watched too much Shark Tank. Great show.
So he has no reasons that.
I love his reasons.
No, but his reasons to this emailer, she's speaking for the friend.
Yeah.
Do not add up to you bringing up family. Like,
no, I understand that.
But I'm saying it doesn't matter what his reasons are, but he feels he needs to have them in his back pocket. He's got to have them in his sheath because he knows, but you said this about meeting my family. You said this about meeting my friends. You said this about vacation B. You said this about vacation C. And then he goes, well, all I got is you like bad TV. I don't know. He just doesn't want to be with her forever.
We've came in each other a couple of times. And
I need to feel like I gotta say
we shouldn't go past this. 3 months, honestly, if somebody at 3 months says to you, I don't want to be in this, let them go. Yeah. It's not enough to,
Here's the other thing about this guy. He doesn't know what the fuck he wants.
So I love this guy.
No, but I'm not saying I don't. I understand this guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he wants. Because, look, she even says at the end, the answer's in the email. Although he also recently reached out again via text. So he's going.
Who knows what he said?
Well, it doesn't even matter. He ended it.
Yeah.
After realizing this wasn't the relationship for him. Fine. And then he came up with these reasons to defend himself against the things he said, which you're allowed to say those things. You're allowed to get carried away. You're allowed to go, you know what? This is going great. We should meet each other's families. And then you're allowed a day later to go, oh, I don't like that she watches Bake Off. I don't know if I want to be in this relationship.
I'm gonna take a thought here.
Sure.
Here's what all happened. Man met this lady. He didn't know what he was, you know what I mean? Had sex with her. One of the greatest experiences.
Sex is involved in this.
One of the greatest experiences of his life.
Loved
this
every
woman's
second.
arms are feathers.
Yes.
Her tongue is the whole thing is feathers, okay?
All feathers.
She's a goose.
Yeah.
He pounded a goose, but then he goes, wait a minute, do I even like this goose? And he's like, damn it, me and the goose aren't going to last. And then a couple weeks later, when you got no ladder in your penis,
yeah, he's flaccid.
And you go, that's when you send the text of going, hey, because you remember the 2 feathers wrapped around your bag.
Well, this is the thing. He's lonely. He's going, this person liked me when I was naked.
Yep.
I got to go back to her because I want to just feel the juice of a text back from someone I know thinks my naked body is hot. And listen, this is the point where you go, hey, we are done. I'm done with you.
Yeah.
Do not text me. But this is another email.
Totally.
To go back to bringing up the reasons, like this all goes together.
Yep.
All of this. And this is, so when this friend goes, well, why is he saying all these things? I think there's better ways to break up, but I don't think there's a really good way.
I do like his reasons because I do think what you watch, eat says a lot about you as a human being and for the rest of your life. I really do.
Fine.
And I think he's coming back for that sweet, I don't know what this lady's doing, but in a bedroom, she's clearly fucking, she's clearly fucking.
He likes to eat goose once a month, but he doesn't want to eat it forever.
There is exactly
JTrain podcast at gmail.com, JTrain podcast at gmail.com, here with Nathan McIntosh, at Nathan McIntosh on Instagram. People, we have a new sponsor. And if you have a yard, it is time to get involved with this sponsor. I love this because it's useful. And it's not for everybody. Not every ad is for everybody. Some are for, you got a house with a yard? JTrain podcast is brought to you by Sunday. It is hard to imagine, but spring is almost here. We are so close to feeling that soft grass under our feet. But first, we need to get our lawn back. I got to say, we live in New York City. I don't have a lawn. There is no better feeling than taking off the shoesies, taking off those socks, and just letting the toes dance around the lawn. Like that is, ooh. And you can smell it. Right now, you're probably like, I can smell the air that comes with putting my feet in the grass. Thankfully, Sunday gets your lawn growing and helps to keep it healthy all season long. Sunday can help you grow a beautiful lawn without the guesswork or the nasty chemicals. Their custom plans include fertilizer and everything you need to easily care for your lawn with ingredients like seaweed, iron, and molasses, so you can feel good with the kids and pets being around. All you got to do is go to getsunday.com. Sunday is the perfect name for this company. Sunday is the day of putting your feet in the grass. GetSunday.com, put in your address, and their lawn analysis tool does the rest. They then use soil and climate data to create a personal nutrient plan. This is what I love about this sponsor. Made for you. Not every lawn is the same. Sunday knows that. Then they use soil and climate data to create a personal nutrient plan delivered to your door when you need it. Just attach the ready-to-use pouch to a garden hose and spray. It takes less than 15 minutes. Best of all, the stuff really works. And Sunday is offering JTrain listeners 20% off. Full season plans start at just $129. And you can get 20% off at checkout when you visit getsunday.com/JTrain. That's 20% off your custom plan at getsunday.com/JTrain. Isn't that wonderful?
That's great.
I love that. Here with Nathan McIntosh. Okay, I like this question. JTrain, feather. I'll get right to it. I need your advice. I have a pair of never-before-worn Nike Blazers with the green swoosh. Super cool shoes. I'm a Nike Blazers.
I love Blazers.
Wear. There they are. I'm wearing them right now. I actually read this email earlier, and I went and ordered a brand new pair. I love them.
I love Blazers.
And they're not even a sponsor. That's Sunday. Go to. Okay. The relationship only lasted 3 months. Okay, so she got these Nike Blazers with the green swoosh, super cool shoes that I got from my ex-boyfriend when we were dating 2 months ago. The relationship only lasted 3 months, but since the relationship ended, I've had these shoes at my house just waiting to be worn. In the 2 months that we've been broken up, I've started seeing a new guy. I know, move on quick. We've gone on multiple dates, see each other 1 to 2 times a week, and text every day. So JTrain, would it be weird to casually give this guy the new shoes? Do I tell him I bought them for my ex, but that they've never been worn? Do I make up a story about how I got them for a guy friend that they didn't end up fitting? Is it too soon to give this new guy a gift? To be honest, I just want the damn shoes out of my house, LOL, but is this weird or too soon? Let me know. Thank you for all the incredible advice. What do you think about these shoes?
I mean, there's no reason this man has to know that these were for another man at all. That's your own, you don't have to tell him anything. And also, how long she said you've been with this guy? A month?
They've been 2 months.
Just hang on to the shoes for a few months and give them to them in a little bit.
Oh, well, so you get weight on it.
Yeah. 2 months is a weird time to be like, hey, here's some shoes, especially if maybe the other guy, they talked about some shoes or whatever, and whenever you give them to him, no matter what, you don't have to go, yeah, I bought these for another guy, and
these are for my dead ex.
Yeah, and he died or whatever. He didn't like that I watched fucking Singing with Cats. So, anyways, here's the shoes for you. No, you never need to mention the other guy at all, and I'd say wait on handing them out, period.
I think you wait. I think gifts, I mean, she was 3, I even think 3 months in,
way too soon for a shoe.
Soon. I don't want I want to be able to escape this relationship like, some sort of like sniper on the run.
Okay.
Like I think the gifts, physical gifts, hey, I got you these shoes. It's like, oh, we're in gift land now. Like I don't believe in anything. Like if you're feeling it, you're feeling it. But like, I think there's a way to present the gift in a way, just like you're saying, where it's like, to say these were my ex-boyfriends and now I want them to present, I give these shoes to anyone that fucks me.
Yes.
You don't want to.
No, yes.
You don't want to get in that.
No, you don't.
And here's the thing. When you get something from someone, it extends what could be a breakup. You go, she got me the shoes. I can't just end this right away. Like I don't think the shoes get in the way of a lot of a thought
They're also
process.
a personal sort of gift, even though that doesn't seem like a very personal gift. But buying somebody a foot cover
that they would wear every day.
Yeah, it's.
I wear blazers every day.
It's sort of a personal thing. There's something about it that's a little too. It's too much for 2 months.
But here's the other thing that annoys me. The idea of like, I just want to get rid of these shoes.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Yeah, what do you? Even when I heard that, you go, "Where do you live?
Yeah.
Do you live? Where? You're sleeping in a car.
Funny.
If you're sleeping in a car, I'll give it to you. But if you have an apartment with anything, you got room for a stupid little orange box.
But this is the thing where you and I both heard, I just want to get rid of these shoes. I've heard that response to so many things that mean more than just. We are too.
Here you go.
We are too experienced in the game of dealing with relationships and women. Like, I'm 37. I've gotten just take them. And then you end it and they go, and I gave you the shoes. And you go, I'm not going, I see what those shoes represent. And I just want to get rid of them. No. Don't. Yeah. You want to give them to this guy because you like them.
Or
just own that.
Or
hey,
Jared.
I'm having a great time with you. I have these shoes. You want them?
I don't. Jared, throwing it out here. She dislikes the old guy so much that when she sees these shoes, it reminds her of an awful time, and that's why she's like, I just want to... It's like an amulet that you found in an old wizard's mouth that now haunts your whole family, and you have to pass it on to another person.
Yeah, but then she's going to have to see this guy in them all the time and go, he's,
Well, but it's like a fucking drag me to hell thing. She's going to give him the shoes, i.e. the coin, and then he'll be sucked into Satan's lap.
Well, these shoes... Well,
these are haunted shoes.
Here's the other thing. Let's say she gives this to the guy and it doesn't work out. She'll always blame, I give gifts too soon.
Or blazers are the problem.
Blazers. Don't give them to this guy. Forget. Give them to a friend. Give them to a friend. Just go, I got these shoes. I got to get rid of them. Because she is being haunted by these shoes.
They're haunting her.
She's already telling a story about an ex, and now she's transferring it over to this new guy. The shoes are the problem. To hell. Yeah. The shoes need to go to a friend. Donate them.
An old woman on the street pushing a cart of cans. It doesn't matter where these shoes go, but get them out of your house.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Here with Nathan McIntosh. Go follow Nathan McIntosh at Nathan McIntosh. The JTrain podcast is brought to you by Upstart. I love Upstart as a sponsor because it's an opportunity. If you have credit card debt, this is when you should start listening because it might be able to help you. I don't know if it can, but maybe. And that's an opportunity. If you have multiple credit card balances each month and are only paying the minimums, barely making a dent in your credit card debt, it can be discouraging. Upstart can help you pay off your existing debt quickly so you can feel like you're finally getting ahead. Here's the rub, people. You're paying a rate. Upstart's going to look at you and give you maybe a better rate than what you're paying. If the Upstart rate's better than the combined rate of all your credit card debt, you transfer it over, and now it's like finding a $20 bill in your pocket, and that's wonderful. Upstart knows you more than just your credit score, so rather than looking at your credit score alone, Upstart's model considers factors like your income and employment to find you a smarter rate for your loan. And Upstart lets you check your rate without impacting your credit score in just 5 minutes. That's a huge thing. Nathan, you had a bit about that. how you can't even check your credit score.
Yeah.
Hurts your credit score.
Yeah.
That is insanity. And I'll never forget that bit because I was like, this is the perfect craziness. You're like,
That's
just
wild.
checking it is so. This is what Upstart does. It lets you check it, and it doesn't impact your credit score, so you can know what rate you're going to get and go and make a sane financial decision. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/JTrain. That's upstart.com/JTrain. Don't forget to use my URL to let them know I sent you. Here's the fine print. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/JTrain. It's a crazy.
Yeah, it's wild that it's a thing. They're just fucking. You know what I just learned actually this weekend? Because I was doing that thing and somebody came up to me afterwards and they go, "Did you know that not all countries have credit scores?"
Really?
Yeah, I did not know this. And I mean, obviously, take some places out, but I did not know this.
You would think that's like an international thing.
Yeah, but some places are. People just want you to fucking die. Everybody wants you to live in a ditch and snort Percocet to fucking.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. This one's called Awkward Encounters. Love the podcast. First time writing in, would love to hear your advice. 3 years ago, I had a really good guy friend. We realized we both had feelings for each other, but he was seeing someone else when we figured this out. He ended up breaking it off with the girl to pursue things with me. Okay. We dated, quote unquote, shortly, about 2 months until I realized we weren't the match and broke it off with him. After we ended things, he went back to the girl he had broken things off with, and they have been dating ever since. We run into each other from time to time to discuss our. Why did I say discuss? We run into each other from time to time because we have a ton of mutual friends. He is always very standoffish towards me and very avoidant. His girlfriend knows we dated but doesn't know that he broke things off with her for me back in the day. That was a sneeze. Okay. I'm completely over the situation. I have a serious boyfriend since then. It just sucks because we were really good friends before all of this. It's been 3 years since we ended things, and I just feel like he's annoyed whenever I'm around. I'm just wondering if there's anything I can do to make the situation better and not so uncomfortable. What do you think?
Other than, I mean, this is just base level. We can get obviously more into this. Do you have to see this guy? I think she does. Let me. She says they have a ton of mutual friends, so they're running in crossing circles. I'm sure she's not making dinner plans with him and his old girlfriend. I'm sure that like they're not double dating. But I think what's interesting to me about this is this whole use of the word friends. She's kind of missing the friendship, but his standoffishness. This friendship is never going to be what that friendship was. Yeah. Let's start at that. Yeah.
Plain and simple. Because here's the thing. You may have been friends. The way you tell the story, I believe you. I believe her. Oh, we were friends, and then we realized we had feelings for each other. No, you realized you had feelings for him, and he realized he had a safe space to go to if he broke up with his girlfriend to kind of get with someone he's always been attracted to. So he wasn't really your friend in the way you were his friend. And I know that's hard to hear because it feels like maybe you were lied to. I don't think you were lied to in a mean way. I think you were lied to in a way that most people lie to people they're attracted to. Hey, I'm attracted to this woman. I got a girlfriend. We'll be friends. It gets a little flirty. Mm-hmm. Okay, now she realized she's into me, and now I can make a play. And that's what happened. So you're pining for a friendship that was with an actor.
You also can't. I mean, look, this is when two people suck on each other, you're not going to be friends again.
It changes things.
It could change a couple things.
Here's what she needs to ask for. I need you to cooperate with me. And again, his old girlfriend that's now the new girlfriend, the girlfriend he left you for, she knows more than you maybe think.
Yeah.
And that's because you know more than maybe you think. You know, women have a vibe for that shit. Everyone, male, female, whatever you are, everyone has a vibe for someone that someone else has a history with. You can just sense it. So he is afraid. First of all, he can never be the friend to you that he was because that was him trying to somewhat feel you out to see if you guys could be romantic. Okay. He can't be the friend he was to you before because it would look like he's flirting in front of his girlfriend. So,
and also, again, you're not going to be. You just can't. You can't go back.
You can't go back.
But so, I mean, I don't know. She got to try to avoid this. Not avoid him, but like.
I'd text him. I'd be like, "Hey, stop acting so awkward around me. I'm in a relationship. You're in a relationship. It's cool to say hello."
Yep.
You're making me feel weird.
Yep.
And it's plain and simple. We had what we had. And here's another thing that tells me what happened. She wrote, we dated in quotations. So that means he got out of his relationship. He basically took someone that was looking for more, and I don't like the word used, but used them to be casual. Mm-hmm. She saw that, was like, I don't want this situation. She ended a casual thing with a friend. Mm-hmm. And now he's back in a serious relationship, and he feels weird because he's there's a lot of lies going on that he is not admitting to, and that's why he's acting weird. He feels guilty.
Is this an email from the 90s show Melrose Place as well? Like, why is everybody so close to each other? Why does everybody know everybody?
Well, I can understand. It depends on the town you run in. And also young people, I think. In your 20s, you are around more people than you are in your 30s.
Yeah, okay. So she could be in, college. She could be in whatever.
Whatever. You go into bars.
Yeah.
You're at the same bars. Like, you go to the same places. You have the, he fucked her and she fucked him. And I think she needs to I think you send a text, hey, it sucks the way we see each other in public. I am totally cool with you. I would hope you're cool with me. We need to stop acting so weird around each other. Please say hello next time. Mm-hmm. Start at a hello. Okay? And that's it. And if he can't handle that, that's his problem. But this idea, it just sucks because we were really good friends. No, you weren't. You were a friend to him who got attracted to him, and he was attracted to you the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, what did you lend each other money? Like, that's like a good friend. You know?
No, I wouldn't lend this person money.
No. Well, no, that's,
We're sponsor people. Nutrafol. The JTrain podcast is sponsored by Nutrafol. 30 million women experience weakened or thinning hair, but thousands of women have taken control of their hair with Nutrafol. Improve hair growth and less shedding through all stages of life. You'll begin to experience thicker, stronger, faster growing hair in 3 to 6 months. Okay. My mom got a hold of the Nutrafol, loves it, keeps getting it, enjoys it, feels it's making a difference. And my mom is she's a tough buyer. So she ain't just going to keep signing on for something she doesn't like. So Nutrafol offers 2 targeted formulas for women that are clinically shown to improve hair growth and thickness with less shedding through all stages of life. It works by targeting the 5 root causes of thinning: stress, hormones, environment, nutrition, and your metabolism. When you subscribe, you'll receive monthly deliveries so you never miss a dose. In a clinical study, 86% of women reported improved hair growth after 6 months. That's 86%. That's a big number. Improved hair growth after 6 months. More than 1,500 top doctors recommend it. You may also notice improvements to your overall well-being, including more restful sleep, less stress, and better skin, nails, and libido. Grow thicker, healthier hair and support the show by going to Nutrafol.com. Use promo code JTrain. New customers get $15 off your first month's subscription. This is their best offer available anywhere and only available to U.S. customers for a limited time. Plus, get free shipping on every order. So take $15 off at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code JTrain. Stand up for your strands and get Nutrafol. Ow! I don't know, the sneezing.
You sneeze inside, huh?
Oh, man.
Like in your body?
In my body, the whole body.
Yeah.
Body shake.
But you don't let anything out. You're internal.
I let it out.
There you go, yeah.
To the listeners at home, the YouTubers, I feel okay.
Yeah.
I think it's like maybe it's allergy season.
No, I wasn't even worried about it. But I'm saying you don't. You're one of the internal sneezers.
Yeah, it's a full
sneezers.
body.
Yours go inside.
But how much more external can I get? I mean, I'm screaming.
You're not doing any external. You're going all inside. Am I crazy?
So I would blow out a lot of smoke.
People that sneeze normally are like out. Like, ugh. You're like, your body's like, keep it in. Shelby gets it.
Don't put this in slow-mo. Okay, we got a great email. We got more. You ready?
Yeah.
Controlling mother-in-law uses tragic past to get away with everything. No, thank you.
90s again, Jerry Springer. We are on Steve Wilkos. Before we're done this interview, or this
Jerry.
Before we finish this, Steve Wilkos is going to smash this camera, choke me, kill Shelby.
Yeah.
This is okay. Yeah.
How about that Steve Wilkos got his own show?
It's still
Is it?
I just had a conversation with somebody the other day about Steve Wilkos, and I was like, it can't be
He
still
was
running.
the bouncer.
The last he's been on for 15 years, and the last episode they did was something like, how could you get, I read it, it made me laugh, it was something like, how could you get accused of molestation, ... twice?
And why is Steve Wilkos the bouncer in charge of that? Such a serious topic.
It's basically like a bouncer becoming the CEO of the bar. It's basically what it is. Because he was the bouncer, now he's Jerry.
No, it's a bouncer at Applebee's being the CEO of Applebee's.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes, he's like
not a bar, like an actual
Yeah.
So the whole premise is here's a reasonable bouncer.
He's not a bouncer anymore. He's Jerry.
No,
he was a bouncer, but
I know, but like, hey, I got a problem.
Yeah.
Who do I go to? I can go to Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Or I can go to reasonable bouncer. Is basically.
Well, what's Dr. Phil even? This fucking
He's still
guy?
a doctor. You can't just call yourself a doctor.
You can just call yourself a doctor. It's TV.
Whatever he is,
I'm a doctor.
He seems more accomplished than the guy who used to put people in chokeholds at Jerry Springer.
Chokeholds is. Anyways.
Love your podcast. First time writing in and would love to hear your advice. Oh, no. I'm on the wrong one. Okay. Controlling mother-in-law uses tragic past to get away with everything. Tragic.
Oh, man. That time she was kidnapped by pirates.
You don't know what it's like. I was taken by pirates, and I worked on the ship for 10 years. That's why I can't pick up the grandkids from soccer practice.
My dad was a cow, and my mom was a tractor. I'm a cow actor.
Choo choo, feather, feather. I'm writing about my mother-in-law who sends her food back often when we go out to eat. Power move. Pits my husband and his siblings against each other and uses her tough childhood as a way to make herself the victim every time someone sets a boundary. She called my husband an awful asshole last month for taking 2 days to text his 22-year-old brother back, which she said she only did because the flashbacks from when she was 10 had returned. Oh, the memories. Text your brother. I have compassion for her past, but it's no excuse to treat your kids like shit. It's her get out of jail free card every time. She's also controlling and texts often to check up on our whereabouts, needs a ton of validation about how generous and amazing she is, puts down our vacation choices. My husband is in Florida right now, and she asked why anyone would want to go there. She did the same thing to me when I went to Denver and is constantly telling us how she misses the year my husband, and she is constantly telling us how she misses the year my husband and I lived in Montana because it sounded better than the state we live in currently. She also asked my husband if I wanted jewelry for our wedding. He told her I don't wear jewelry, and she said that was disappointing and sent a bracelet anyways. I'm grateful for the gift, but knowing about the convo feels weird. She also told my husband via text to make sure I knew how expensive it was. Stressful. How do we tell her to shut the fuck up without offending her? We've tried using humor, sending gifts in response to her rude questions, etc. But she either uses the question mark reaction. Yeah, she ain't getting your jokes, kid.
Anybody that says, why would you go to Florida or Denver, like two separate places.
Reaction tells her husband to tell us we've offended her. She also hates phone calls and tells us to just text her so she can plan out what she wants to say. Oh, she sounds like she's depressed. Like this is a clinically sad person.
A lot of stuff.
I talked to her gently once about some of our struggles with the relationship, and she told her husband to tell me via text afterwards that she's been going through a lot. Apparently, she's been going through a lot since I met her 8 years ago. Yeah, no, you're not going to get through this person. I wouldn't mind going no contact. My family is great, loves my husband, and has been on the receiving end of this woman's bullshit, so they get it. But my husband would prefer low contact. I want to respect his wishes. How should we deal with our monster-in-law? Thanks for everything you do. Just no MIL.
It's MIL.
Mother-in-law.
Oh.
So what do you think?
Lady needs so much therapy, and that's not me attacking her. She needs
the mother-in-law.
Therapy. Yes. Yeah. There's nothing here that can be fixed. You want to go back to Dr. Phil. Yeah. She needs Dr. Phil, Dr. Wilkos, Dr. Oz, Dr. Cookies. She needs a doctor, the Count Chocula. She needs any single human being that's ever listened to anybody's problems and talked to them. Anybody that's like, I can't.
The problem with people who feel sad is that they are a fart that they make everyone else feel.
Yeah.
There are people that are going to pump you up. There's going to be people that are going to deflate the tires. And that's just the reality of life. All of us know someone in our life that like can't help themselves. This woman cannot help herself. So, and you kind of have to laugh at it. Like, I understand, like, the things she wrote to me, we're sitting here laughing because we don't know her. You're getting upset.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking of what can you control? You can control how you feel. This person, admitting that this person is the sad house, where anytime you go inside of it, you're going to feel a little bit sad. That even is helpful because you're like, okay, I won't hear the passive-aggressive words in the text. I won't listen to the disappointing. And your husband's telling you a little bit, you know, when you get the jewelry and the husband goes, she says it's disappointing, you don't like jewelry. I don't think your husband is doing that to pit you against one another. It sounds like your husband's doing that to be like, that's just what mom does.
No, she was saying that the mom pits her kids against each other.
No, I know that, but I'm saying when she said that I felt weird hearing about the
jewelry
story.
Yeah. No, I hear you. He's not trying to make her feel weird. He's trying to be like, she's fucked.
I feel bad for her husband because the husband is like,
listen, her husband's dad.
No.
Or her husband,
his daughter. The dad's fucked up too for staying in this thing.
Yeah, her son.
The emailer's husband, whose mom it is.
Yes, got you.
He has to play this game where he's like trying to deal with both of you because you're getting upset. I understand why you're upset. This person ain't going to be the mother-in-law that you hope for. She's going to be this mother-in-law. This is who she is. She ain't changing. You going to the husband and telling him, she ain't doing shit. She needs real therapy.
She needs real therapy. And
Years of it.
And that's not me attacking her. She needs, because you're not going to be able to, like, what are you going to go back in time and stop her from being, it's impossible. She's fucked, and I say that politely.
And
she's fucked.
And sending, like, the joking.
You're poking a mentally unstable person. Seriously. Somebody on the train yells at you and you go, like they could fucking, they don't get it. They don't know what's going on.
Take the emotion out of it.
Yeah, you just have to read it and be like, these are words.
No, but and also the jokes to try and get through this, that ain't working.
No.
So remove jokes, make it math. So make it math. Every Friday, check in. And you do close-ended texts. She hates phone calls. Good. Perfect. I would schedule with your husband when you check in. Hey, husband, I need to kind of turn this person into math. I can't play her game of emotional chess because it's kind of fucking me up too. Every time I go there, I get a little upset. I don't want to feel sad. So I'm going to turn this person into a thing to cross off my list. So she writes, she likes a text and she makes you feel bad about not texting. Fine. Here's what you do. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're sending a text in the morning. Hey, and they're the same text. She ain't going to fucking remember. Hey, morning, just thinking about you. Hope all is well. Close it off. Wednesday, hey, just ate whatever dish you like to make. It was so good. Hope all is well. Close it off. Friday,
how many
you
of
have
these
the
you
best
want to spend
weekend.
3 a week?
Why not?
I say 1 a week.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Discuss with the husband. But if you schedule this person and you ain't asking questions, how you been? What's going on? You're bringing up fond memories. My grandmother had Alzheimer's, dementia, all this stuff. But you had to, you want to call, but it was very hard because you're like, she would ask the same questions every time. And then there was a point where you're like, it's just nice to call and talk and answer the same questions. So I would literally, whenever I call, pick up the phone, dial. She would pick up before the phone rang. Mm-hmm. So literally it was like she was sitting there waiting for a phone call.
She probably was.
She probably was.
Yeah.
She would pick up and I go, Nana. And she'd go, hi, Jaron. I go, I miss you so much. I miss you too. What's happening? And then I would go into this like 10-sentence produced bit. And then she would go, what's going on? And I'd go, and I'd repeat it and then off the phone. Love you, Nana. Click.
Yeah.
She has to do this with her text with this woman. You got to be sing, dance, dust, bana, da-na-da-da-da-da.
And they also
end scene.
And they also could go, hey, we're picking you up. We're going on a vacation that's not Denver or Florida. Yeah. And they put a bag over her head.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, so we're going to Nebraska and wherever she wants to go on vacation. And they open up a van. They take the bag off her head. She goes, therapy. And they whip her in there and then squeal away.
It's Dr. Phil, I heard you're going through some tough times. No, I just think
You can't yell at a person to do that, but again, this woman does need that.
No. She ain't going to therapy. You're done. You gave her a chance. Yeah. You gave her a shot at being a fun family member. Now she's in produced script, how you doing mode. Yeah. And goodbye until we shove you off into the sea.
The sea. the place where her tragic life started.
Yes.
Back with the pirates, madam.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Shelby, are we at the end here? What are we doing? Yeah, let's close it out. Nathan, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me, man.
Such a pleasure. Always a blast. Everyone go follow Nathan at Nathan McIntosh. An OKP on the show. Just always the best when you're on.
Appreciate you.
Walking in Bozo, a classic episode of this podcast.
Somebody messaged me about that. Yeah, I'd already told you a while ago, and they were like, "Buddy, Walking in Bozo." I was like, "Wow, that was like
years
2001
ago.
At this point. It's not that far, but I mean, it's a long time ago.
If you want to go back in the catalog, an all-time, I mean, this was an all-time episode. They all are. But the Walking in Bozo with Nathan McIntosh, that was really quite an episode. Well, go follow Nathan at Nathan McIntosh. He's got dates, nathanmcintosh.com.
NathanMcIntosh.com.
All over Canada. We have all these Canadian fans. I get reached out for Toronto. You're going to be in Toronto. Go. I'm Jared Freid. We're here every Monday with your emails, your stories, your questions, JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. Keep sending them in. I'll be back next week. Boom.